My name is Mars. I go by Mankiller Makes on my side of the internet. And this is my first YouTube video. I kind of felt like I just wanted to show what I made this year in 2024. I did not make very much. Some people have 20, 30, 40, whatever things that they made. Not me. I'm looking at like maybe 9. So hopefully this will be quick and painless. The first thing I made was this orchard dress by Vivian Xiao Chen. I used kind of this striped canvas and some vintage buttons that I found at an estate sale. Yeah, I'm super proud of this one. I feel like it's one of the more technical pieces. I think it's listed as like advanced beginner. The collar is kind of complicated to sew, so I'm incredibly proud of this project. I love the fabric I made it out of. It's kind of an unconventional fabric. It's a little bit thicker of like a canvas, but I think that it sits really nicely. I think that like the structure it gives just creates like a really beautiful garment. So this one's kind of funny. I made it out of a Trader Joe's tote bag, and then it went through the dryer a few times, and then it sat in a pile of clean clothes and got really wrinkled. And truly, wrinkles are none of my business. If a dress wants to be wrinkled, you know, that's none of my business. But yeah, I made a sardine dress with some red patch pockets, and as you can see here, the sleeve strap, you know, dress thing is kind of coming apart. So it's been a little abused, but it's something I'm really proud of. The top I used for it is entirely self-drafted with just some measurements, and then of course I added a skirt. Fun fact, if you make a Trader Joe's tote bag dress and wear it to Trader Joe's, they treat you like you're a celebrity in a way that is almost a little bit uncomfortable. I'm just trying to, you know, buy my crackers, and people are following me around the store and asking for pictures. And, you know, contrary to what you might believe, that's super uncomfortable, and I know I'm not cut out to be a famous person. But yeah, give it a try. Maybe you'll become a Trader Joe's celebrity. This next one I'm also really proud of. It's another upcycled dress. I made it out of an old like pillow block quilt pattern. So in Oklahoma City, there's a secondhand craft supply store called Trove Arts and Crafts, and they have these like gorgeous pillow blocks there that has like a cat on it, and then the owner of the store had made an apron with this cat pillow block, and because I'm the most original person on the planet, I said, I would like one of those too, please. So this is my cat dress. There's kind of like a patchwork detail on the back, and I didn't want to make like a cat on the back as well. I wanted to save the leftover blocks I had of that for future projects. But yeah, this is my cat dress. You know, it was another one of these self-drafted tops, and truly my self-drafted tops do not fit probably nearly as well as they should, but it's created something that's really comfortable. And it's one of those pieces that I get compliments on it every time I wear it. And if you come across something like this, I highly recommend making something like it for yourself. Okay, now we get into my addiction that I had this year, my absolute problem, and that is the Horizon Day dress by Matchy Matchy Sewing Club. This dress is incredibly easy to sew. The pattern is a really affordable PDF. I actually ended up printing the whole like copy shop one on like big pieces of paper, so I didn't have to tape everything together. So that probably was a reason why I wanted to sew this so much. But we'll kind of get started. I have 4 Horizon Day dresses because I guess when I sewed one, I was like, well, time to make approximately one a week for the entire month of November. And it doesn't get cold in Oklahoma City, so I've been able to wear them for the past 2 months. Anyway, getting started. Here's the first Horizon Day dress that I sewed. This is a Horizon Day dress, but I used a pattern hack by Bethany Lynn Bates to be able to turn it into like a mock wrap dress. This is sewed out of another canvas material. I'll get a little closer so you can see it. I call it the Fire Flower design because it reminds me of Mario's Fire Flowers. And this has become one of the staples of my wardrobe. This pattern is incredibly easy to sew, and I'm incredibly lazy. So it's been like just a staple, sit down, what do you want to make? Horizon Day dress. Now we're coming into Horizon Day dress number 2. This one is the patchwork bee pattern. So it has several different patterns of fabrics on there, and I made it out of this pale kind of sage green gingham, and then mixed and matched it with some quilting cotton that I had laying around to kind of give it a unique look. This one is another one of my favorites to wear. I get told I look like I belong in a little house in the prairie whenever I wear it, and so that's a great compliment to me as a wannabe cottagecore person. Now we come into Horizon Day dress number 3. This one is arguably my worst one because I was feeling a little silly, crazy, goofy, and I sewed the pocket in the front. And I own so many seam rippers, and after I moved, can't find a single one. So I didn't have time or the effort or the energy or the desire to rip the whole skirt out and regather it and change it. So there's just like a little, where is she at? Right here, pocket in the front. Yes. Other than that, it's just a regular brown linen, super breathable, super comfortable. I feel like I'm really kind of coming into like a brown renaissance and kind of darker, more neutral colors, and I've really been enjoying that. So I think I'm like slowly encroaching into sad beige mom territory. Stay tuned for that progress. And then Horizon Day dress number 4. So this is actually almost entirely a matchy-matchy sewing club product. So for their Black Friday sale, I bought this plaid gingham in this like brown and cream. It was called Haystack Linen Cotton or something like that. And it's kind of created this like beautiful kind of rustic structure. And of course I made it in the mock wrap dress pattern. I absolutely adore that. I almost feel like I prefer sewing that pattern hack to the actual Horizon Day dress. Not sure why, that's how I feel. And this is another one of those ones that like just worked out like a dream. I made like almost no mistakes. I didn't sew the pocket in the front, and it just went incredibly smoothly, and I wear it all the time, and I just feel like the Horizon Day dress. Good job matching sewing club. The Horizon Day dress has absolutely taken over my life. And then I did a few non-clothing things that I sewed this year. So I'll start with my most impressive, my proudest accomplishment. This would be my strawberry quilt. Let me unfold it for you. So this is like a cheater block in block kind of pattern, square and square, whatever it's called. I basically just like whipped it up, and it took me like no time at all. And then I put it away for like 4 months and didn't finish it, and then just one day decided to get it done. And it is poorly quilted. My lines are not straight. There's some creases and crevices in there that probably don't need to be in there. But I love it, and it's warm, and it's one of those things that like, it'll go down probably forever as like one of my most proudest projects. A first quilt is no small feat. And then I did 2 knitting projects this year. Well, one of them I'm still in the middle of. This is a ribbed hat, which definitely too small for my head. I've got a big noggin, but it's a 2x2 rib knit. And worked in the round, has like some fun little decreases. And it was the first knitting project that like I feel like truly challenged me. I had knitted some washcloths and stuff like that, and really it did not really wet my whistle in a way. I wasn't impressed with it. But then as soon as I started doing like decreases and rib stitch and everything, it kind of awakened my love for knitting. So knitting is kind of what inspired me to start my blog as well. So I started knitting in my car on my lunch break at work to kind of decompress from the stress of my job. And eventually I felt like I was making more life discoveries through crafting. Kind of what I was making was corresponding with direct issues in my life. So I'm very proud of this little hat. I feel like this little hat has kind of inspired me to change my life and kind of take some of my my thoughts and my feelings and my attitudes towards life and put it into my own hands. And then the last little knitting project that I have, she's not blocked, so I want to hear nothing. I made a mitten. I'll hold it over here. I made a mitten. So I just have one. The other ones are currently on my needles. And this is the, what is it? This is the Tin Can Knits World's Simplest mitten pattern. So eventually here in the next few days, I hope to have a matching mitten, but for right now, I just have one to show. This was cool. This was another one of those mittens and knitting projects that I feel like as a beginner really challenged me in ways that I appreciated. You know, lots of decreases, slip, slip, knit, knit two together, that kind of stuff that kind of makes knitting a little more interesting. I'm still trying to find my knitting style. I don't know if I'm like gonna knit hats forever or if I'm gonna be really into sweaters or mittens or socks. But really as it stands as a beginner knitter right now, my goal is a sweater and a pair of socks. And then once I accomplish those, we'll figure it out from there. But really, I'm just having a great time learning how to knit. There's also a few other things that I made. I was working on another quilt. That's nowhere near done, and I'm not gonna show you the process because it's essentially just quilt blocks. They're not even pieced together. I also sewed a few stockings for friends for Christmas. I sewed some Christmas gifts. I found this Baby Yoda fabric at Joann's that I made for my fiance's little brother who's obsessed with Baby Yoda. And I'll insert some clips of that. But yeah, it's been kind of a chill, low-key, creative year. I haven't really pushed myself in ways that, you know, kind of stressed me out more. I made when I felt like I needed to, and really learned a lot about myself and my creative process along the way. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I would love if you commented maybe what was your favorite or what was your favorite thing you made this year. That's very interesting and might give me some ideas for next year as well. But yeah, thank you so much for watching.